Okay, folks, another hot trend that's out there when it comes to the packaging space. And there's a lot of stuff going on here on the screen. Let me see if I can move this away. But really, what I wanted you to see here is this Red Robin bag of soda, Coca-Cola. I think it's really a huge opportunity. This is a breathable bag, okay? This is the kind of thing that really nobody even knows about is even possible. This is a carbonated beverage in this space when it comes to Coca-Cola. I know a lot of people have seen, there's a couple of places out there that have done things like iced tea and non-carbonated products. But when you get into this world of carbonation and you're able to give your customers something that they can't get from anybody else, take a look at this. And I think this is really cool. And again, when it comes to breathability, this is a brewery in Montana that actually has breathable film, and for, I guess you call it a growler, for the carbonated beer that they can offer to people to go to the beach, picnics, whatever, and not have to carry around a glass or aluminum jug or whatever you call it. When you're looking at the ability to get into this space or the ability to compete with one of the big boys that's out there, it's these kind of things that as a packaging reseller, as a packaging salesperson, when you're able to offer these kind of things to your customers, they may have never seen this before. Now, again, think about products that need to breathe. Obviously, carbonated beverages, obviously the beer space, but there's a lot of the big boys right now in the fermented. It's these kind of things that as a packaging reseller, pickles and some of this stuff when it comes to fermentation, and the film needs to breathe.
I hope you like this content. If you want more of it, I put together a specialized packaging alliance, a group of packaging professionals that are in different facets of this industry. We have webinars, we have meetings. The idea is to share information about this great industry of packaging, whether that be from the sales side of things to the marketing, even to the end users. My point with this is I'd love to have you join us, the Specialized Packaging Alliance. Check out the link below to learn more.
Another thing that's out there too is, and I think this is a huge opportunity, the non-food. Let me explain. Did a project a very long time ago for a company out of Seattle, Washington. And I don't have a sample here in front of me. I could probably find it. But this was a company that was using one of these big heavy duty buckets or pails they were a fishery. Now, after they cleaned the fish, or after the catch of the day came in, all of the guts, all that was left over, they actually had a division that took that and actually made it into a fertilizer. Now, when you take all of that, and they were putting it into a bucket, which is fine, but expensive. They asked if it was possible for us to create something that could breathe, number one, and could be done using flexible. And using flexible, getting that away from the rigid plastic, number one, but also into something that is probably about 80% less. This was a 5-gallon bag, had a handle, had a pour spout, it breathed, it allowed this, I guess when this fish stuff became a fertilizer or was mixed with other chemicals, it really had a strong outgas. What we learned was the outgas was too much just for the plastic itself. Sometimes this plastic can only outgas or release a certain amount. So what we had to do was, and I'll bring this thing back up to the screen because I think it's important to see, is we had to look for a way. They love the plastic part of this. They love the handle of this, but we needed to release more of the outgas, okay? So what we did is we put in a vent, little vents. I can't really draw it here, but imagine having tiny little vent holes that don't release liquid, just release gas on a cap. Okay, even if you tip this thing over, nothing was going to come out, but it did allow the added or the needed amount of outgas to come out of this. When you're talking about trends and getting people away from rigid or doing something different that nobody else has, getting into film that actually breathes, getting into something like this that actually nobody else is able to offer, now you've got something that's a game changer. Now you have something that your customers will look to you as, will allow you in the door, if you will, because we all know as packaging salespeople, sometimes that's half the battle. And then when we do that, we're able to really pounce and be able to help that customer, partner with them long-term, and make more money in the long term. So again, I hope this is helpful. Little snippet on another trend for this year in 2024 that I think you'll find helpful. Thanks.
I hope you enjoyed that episode. If you want to see more, here's another video that you can check out, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Thanks.